premiering on the Disney Plus Hotstar. Joining him today is the visionary filmmaker, the man who has always shattered the glass ceilings out there, whether it is his music, his direction, or writing, presenting you the creator, the producer, and the director, Bejoy Nambiar. Let's give it up for him. We'll request you to please have a seat. We are super excited to have both of you with us today. Bhushan ji, भूषण जी सबसे पहले बहुत बहुत बधाइयाँ. वेल आपने इंडियन सिनेमा और म्यूजिक को तो कॉन्कर कर ही लिया है. फाइनली पहल हो रही है हमारी डेब्यू सीरीज के साथ विच इज काला. आई रियली वांट टू नो हाउ डू यू फील अबाउट दिस एंड ऑफ कोर्स व्हाई फाइनली यू थॉट ऑफ दिस इज द राइट मोमेंट टू एंटर दिस रिलम.
एक्चुअली हम लोग लेट हैं एंड वी wanted to do get into this much before, but sooner or later it's better we have done now, and it's a very unique series. तो जब इसका कॉन्सेप्ट मुझे बिजॉय ने सुनाया तो हमें बहुत डिफरेंट लगा. एंड इतनी वेब सीरीज़, इतनी अच्छी वेब सीरीज़ ऑलरेडी प्लेटफॉर्म्स पे, वेरियस प्लेटफॉर्म पे आ चुकी हैं. तो वी वर लुकिंग कि इफ़ वी हैव टू एंटर वी शुड डेफिनेटली गो विद समथिंग यूनिक एंड डिफरेंट जो थोड़ा क्लटर ब्रेकर हो. तो दिस कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ रिवर्स हवाला विच इज़ देयर इन दिस वेब सीरीज़, आई गेस सबने ट्रेलर देखा होगा एंड ट्रेलर इज़ very exciting. I also saw it. It's very nice. So this was our thing to start, and now many more to come. And I'm very happy. I'm partnering with Disney Hotstar for this. Disney Hotstar means in terms of satellite and digital, we have done many films with them. So we have a very long-standing relationship, and I'm very happy this my digital series are starting with their platform.
थैंक यू सो मच सर. टॉकिंग अबाउट द टॉपिक ऑफ कोर्स आई थिंक सबके मन में ही ये क्यूरियोसिटी थी कि ये रिवर्स हवाला क्या है. आज तक सुना नहीं है, पता नहीं है. नोबडी हैज़ एक्चुअली एंगेज्ड ऑन टू दिस टॉपिक. आई थिंक आई रियली वांट टू नो कि ये टॉपिक आपको कहाँ से मिला. व्हाट वाज द होल आइडिया अबाउट दिस कॉन्सेप्ट.
Before that, I would just like to say one thing before answering your question. भूषण सर said that ये काफ़ी लेट हैं वेब सीरीज़ में आने के लिए. सो रजनी सर का एक डायलॉग है तमिल में. तो रजनी सर का डायलॉग है कि लेट आ वंदालू लेटेस्ट आ वरुवे. मतलब मैं लेट आऊँगा लेकिन लेटेस्ट होके आऊँगा. सो बेटर लेट देन नेवर. सो दैट्स व्हाट आई वांटेड टू से. एंड कमिंग बैक टू योर क्वेश्चन, I think Hawala as a concept itself of a parallel banking system, it's quite prevalent in our society. We all know about it. We all know, a lot of us have even used it, but I don't think anything has really been done on that. And we had the story with us. We knew that this was an interesting territory for us to get into. And my writers actually came up with this thing of reverse Hawala, which is my writers, Francis, Prayas, Mithila, Shubhra. They are the collaborators on the, and when we were delving more and more into that, and we spoke to a lot of actual Hawala operators, and like he said, we were also late into the game because now everything is digital, everything is everything is happening online, and we were delving into a thing of legit, tangible cash. So as we delved more into it and we got to know more about the system, we knew there was an opportunity to tell an interesting story about it. So that's how it came about.
And talking about the journey throughout?
Well, it's been a very long journey. And some press people who came upstairs to watch the trailer, I was telling them that when I was a kid, we all grew up owning a lot of T-series cassettes. That's how we all used to listen to music. So for me, my journey from there to sitting here on this dais with him, it's a huge, it's a long journey. And I feel so grateful and privileged that, in fact, my first film itself, Shaitan itself, the music was, a lot of my films, but I started my musical journey also with Bhushan sir only. So now to share the dais with him, I feel very grateful, and I thank him for the opportunity that he gave me and trusted me with this show.
Finally, I think it's time to call upon the star cast. I'm sure everybody are looking forward to see them. The people who brought the life to the characters of Kaala. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's call upon our star cast for Kaala. I'm sure we all are waiting to have them with us. So, let's give it up for Avinash Tiwari, Tahir Shabir, to our beautiful media friends out there. I really want to know from each one of you. कैसी थी ये पूरी काला की जर्नी अभी तक कौन सा रोल आप प्ले कर रहे हैं एंड व्हाट इज द होल स्टोरी एंड एक्सपीरियंस वर्किंग विद द मैन हिमसेल्फ
It's working? Yes.
Before
Okay.
they start to answer, they better not say anything about the story.
I
You
just
better
got the
not
look,
say
so that
anything about the character.
I seen it, yeah. No, yeah. So with that prefix, I will say that working with Bejoy sir was amazing. He is a dream come true for any actor, and I think all of us will agree with that. He gives you the space, he gives you that collaboration, and it's really a dream come true. And I'm not going to say much about my character, but I will say he's an army officer, and his name is Shubhendu Mukherjee. And to know more, please watch the show on 15 September. Thank you.
I think everybody has a bucket list to work with him. So that was ticked. मेरी तो tick हो गई. Thank you, sir, for giving me this. And I still remember I had gone to meet him, and first we discussed about something else, and then he said, I think you are this. So I said, okay, sir. I go by your vision. And सब लोगों का एक इंटरप्रिटेशन होता है कि आप ये चीज़ ऐसे करोगे. तो हमारी सोच जहाँ ख़त्म होती है इनकी सोच वहाँ से शुरू होती है उसके आगे he's gone beyond and the vision I mean it's mind blowing. Of course जब आपको पता नहीं होता है कि ये कैसे होगा कैसे लगेगा और जब आता है and when you see it you are like oh wow क्या बात है यार ये क्या हो गया ये हमने सोचा भी नहीं था. So it is that. So we are in shock. Everybody has just watched the trailer now and we are in shock. Oh my God, this is us and this is what has happened. So mind blowing. So this is what is about the whole show. I won't give the story, sir. I will talk about my character, just Bismil, and his journey. I think Kaala is about all the characters and all the characters has a human side. और वो क्या है? और ऑफ कोर्स रिवर्स हवाला के बारे में है बट क्या होता है कैसा होता है वो यू हैव टू वॉच इट इज़ कमिंग ऑन 15 सितंबर ऑन डिज्नी हॉटस्टार प्लीज वॉच इट एंड फिर हम आराम से बात करेंगे.
I just want to add this one little small trivia about Hiten sir. I've seen Hiten sir again for a long time, and I always wanted to see him do different stuff. And I always knew that at some point I would want to work with him. I just wanted to say about this one particular incident, one monologue that he had, which is a very difficult monologue that he had to do. And before we started shooting, I said, let's just rehearse it once. And in the rehearsal, he did it so beautifully that as soon as, and it was a long monologue, he finished, as soon as he finished, I was like, I wish the camera was on, we should have recorded, ye take mil jata to acha tha. So I was not sure whether he'll be able to replicate it. And just like Tom Cruise, who replicated that stunt some 8 times, he did that monologue some 8-9 times and didn't miss a single beat
Seriously.
and did it beautifully every time.
Thank you so much. Thank you, sir.
So just wanted to say that.
Thank you. Yeah.
You know, I have a lot to thank Bejoy sir for. Normally, you don't get parts like this, which have so much meat on the bone, and he literally served me a full-blown steak here and said, chew it. And I genuinely cannot thank him. I am very glad that I have the opportunity here to thank the writers publicly, Prayas, Mithila, Francis, Shubhra, and Bejoy sir, and our dialogue writer, Karan Kashyap. What they've done with the story, how they have set out the puzzle for the audience, peeling off layers of onion, one by one, and enthralling and keeping the audience intrigued and hooked. I think it's one of the I don't, at the risk of being boastful, I think the audience is in for a big, big treat. Yeah. And talking about Bejoy sir, do you know that he has a cinematic lens stuck in his eyes here? If you open the skull, I'm sure there is a cinematic lens that he's born with. On the set, he sees something while you're performing, and the set is always alive with him. He sees something, and he suddenly thinks, okay, I'll say, okay, sir, can we do this? He'll give you 2 steps ahead and, okay, let's try this. And he will come up with something, improvise, and the scene will become something. It's like a playground that where we are not judged. I mean, my biggest takeaway from this interaction was that I can fail in front of him as an actor. I can play in front of him as an actor, and it's just a very alive, breathing, creative space that I got. It's a drug per se. It's a high that you get, and I'm looking forward for another high.
Hi, everyone. Sitting here with a team of veterans, I think I should first start by introducing myself because I'm a newcomer. My name is Elisha Mayer, and I'm playing the role of a young girl called Aloka in the show. I really can't tell you much about the role, but I can say that she lives in Darjeeling. She loves football. She is a fantastic football player, and her world revolves around her father. And oh, was I not supposed? It's my first time, guys. Please, I have a lot of butterflies in my stomach right now. Okay. That's fine. We're good. So she's a fantastic football player. I am not. She is. And so her world revolves around her father and football, and then the story takes her on another journey, and more on that from the team. Thank you.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Kaala. I would just like to say that this is a dream come true. Thank you, bhai. I've known Bejoy for a lot of years now, and I remember watching Shaitan all those many years ago. And I've been to every screening of his film also because I was an AD, and I used to always wonder, yaar, kabhi mera number aayega yaar, kabhi main bhi khada hounga. And one of my films, he was also directing. So I said, Bejoy, make me a tree in your next film. मैं पीछे रह के खाली झूलूंगा ऐसे. And this moment is really, really cherished. I just watched the trailer. I'm actually, I just watched it, so I'm still, I'm still taking it in. I can't believe it. हाँ वही मैं Garden of Eden. So there's only gratitude, bhai. I can't explain to you. I mean, I have no words. I can't. We just watched it. I'm still taking it in. So when it comes to Naman Arya, that's the character I play. I'm a bit of a painful actor. I'm one of those actors जो होता है ना कि shooting के पहले director को पका देता है. I'm that guy. So I kept calling him, kept asking, "Bhai, is this okay?" I guess I used to keep taking his assistants and keep shooting it. And is this okay? I used to keep showing him. I said, "Bhai, is this okay? Is this okay?" So he suffered me for all those years. I'm sorry for that, for those months. And the best part is that on set, he's such a forgiving, such an encouraging director, which is actually a rarity, because you're always afraid, like Jatin was also saying, when he talks about being in a garden where, you're really taken care of as an actor, and you're given wings to fly. And Naman is that. I hope we brought his vision to life, and I hope you guys like it too, man. That's about it. Thank you. Love you.
Hi, good afternoon. घड़ी नहीं है मेरे पास. मुझे actually याद है 2010 में is probably when I met Bejoy sir. He had done Shaitan. I still remember lying on the sofa and I got a call saying, "Hi, I'm Bejoy Nambiar." And I'm like, "Who?" I said, "I made a film Shaitan." And I was like, "Yes sir." So he's like, "एक music video बना रहा हूँ मैं. Would you want to do it?" I said, "Okay." And we did Khoya Khoya Chand. I don't know if you guys remember, there was a song Khoya Khoya Chand from Shaitan. While working for that video, he happened to say कि तू आगे क्या कर रहा है, हमें साथ में काम करना चाहिए, type something like this he happened to say. So in my head, aspiring actors हो लगा इसने एक आदमी ने तो बोला है कि मेरे साथ काम करना चाहता है. And I stayed with this, कि every time I'm like, Bejoy Nambiar wants to work with me. One day this will happen. Over the years, now I think almost 13 years now, over the years there were a couple of instances that we kind of came close to working on something. Until he just called me again one day and he said, "Listen, this is fantastic. You will have great opportunity to perform." क्या बोलता है? So I said, this is something I've been waiting for 13 years to work with Bejoy sir. And what a great opportunity, yaar. This trailer looks banger, right? I'm sure you guys believe it. And to get an opportunity to play a guy like Ritvik Mukherjee, who is chasing this reverse Hawala case. And on this journey, making discoveries about himself. You know, when the story came to me, it was the idea of this engaging human story that really touched me, along with this thriller, which is really like a cat and mouse thriller. Thriller by a minute is what you can call it, right? Yeah, so it is almost something like that, but very, very engaging, and I'm sure deeply affecting and impacting. That's what I can say for the show.
Trailer, each and every to add before we give the mic to our media friends.
Just want to say that I think I mentioned it earlier also that it's been a long journey. I have done some other shows before as a director. I've gone and directed some shows. So that was almost like my testing phase. I was testing it out because I'm not used to this format. It's a long format. I've only made feature films. So those were my times where I was just trying to figure out how a long format works. What kind of what kind of challenges are you were faced with. But this was completely new turf for me, and nothing prepared me for what entailed. Kaala took almost 3 years to make, and right from the writers that he mentioned, all the writers who came on board, to the creative team from Hotstar, Manisha, Tripathi and Shashi, and the T-Series team, and my team. I mean, there was like such a massive collaborative effort. What you see here today is I mean, I'm saying I'm the creator showrunner, but there's like an army behind me which made sure that we were able to showcase it here. So I just want to take this moment to just thank each and every person who stood by Kaala and who made this happen. So thank you, all of you. You know who you are. So thank you so much for making this happen today. We are finally done with 7 episodes. एक और episode बचा है, तो थोड़ा और मेहनत बचा है. तो but 15 तारीख से पहले हो जाएगा.
I'll take the liberty to ask you this question here. Sir, मेरा rap कब हो रहा है?
वो 8 एपिसोड एक बार लॉक हो जाएगा ना, देन मैं बोल दूंगा रैप.
I haven't heard a rap yet.
मे बी ऑन 15th I'll say अविनाश एक शॉट लेना बचा है. तू आईफोन पे लेके भेज दे मुझे.
Well, 15th September, of course, we could see hands up out there already. So I'll request everybody to please keep the questions related to the show itself, and it's open to you people.
Hello. Avinash, hi. My question to you is, do you go searching for good roles or do good roles come to you? Also, this month you have 2 releases back to back. So are you like celebrating Avinash Divas?
Yeah, it should be Avinash Divas. Na? Avinash Tiwari Festival, Film Festival, September. Honestly, I think it's the years of hard work and earning some credibility that people think that I'm good enough to get credible parts. I really, the question should be asked to Bejoy sir, what he thought in, what he saw in me to offer such an interesting part. I'm still figuring it out. I would always say this कि पहले ये था कि यार काम क्यों मिलता है ये पता चल जाएगा, तो काम क्यों नहीं मिलता शायद ये पता चले. I still haven't figured it out. Why I get work, I still don't know, because I still couldn't figure out why I didn't get work. But yeah, as long as it's coming to me, I'm very happy. I'm happy at the fact that, like you said, there are 2 releases this month. Like 3 releases in a span of 6 months. It's a great time, yeah. It's lovely. Thank you.
I'm just happy that good actors like him are getting an opportunity to showcase. I mean, that way OTT has been such a boon, not just for actors, for writers, for technicians, and there's so many new faces, new voices being given an opportunity, and they're all getting their due. So great.
Hi, this is Aina from Instant Bollywood. My question is to Tahir. This side. Yeah. I want to actually know that what makes an antagonist look extremely feared on screen, and how challenging was that for you?
Hi, Aina, how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, honestly, whether it's an antagonist or a protagonist, the way at least my area of performance is, you don't really think of him as an antagonist, right? You're looking at him as a character, as a person, right? So I mean, it's tough to empathize with somebody like Naman, honestly. For Tahir to empathize with Naman's very tough. But you start to defend him, right? So when you defend the guy, you technically start to become him, in the sense that you feel that his actions are justified. So if, for example, his actions are causing fear, in the eyes of the audience or in the eyes of the other characters, then automatically it's fearful. Does that make sense? And then and then also you're directed really well. So in case if you're not looking fearful, then Bejoy will give a tuppy. So,
In Tare's thing, I think I'm answering for everyone, thoda, thoda. But I think what he said is so nice that he makes I mean, when an actor makes the character very human, I mean, you write a certain prototype and, like you said, antagonist, protagonist. But when the actor adapts it and makes it very human, suddenly it becomes way more relatable. And with Tahir also, even though he's playing an antagonist, I remember there was this one or two moments in the script which is, we write it as dialogue, but then when he says it and when he adapts it and makes it so, like there is a moment where he is so vulnerable. Now you don't expect the antagonist to be vulnerable, and there was no vulnerability on paper, but he made that happen in the dialogue, and suddenly that changes texture of the scene. So I think that's the sign of a good actor. That's a sign, and that's what we also creators keep looking for. Someone who can just take that material from the paper and lift it. So yeah. Please let him. Yeah, let him. He's been waiting to ask. Thank you.
Thank you. My name is Siraj Sayyed. I'm from filmfestivals.com, India correspondent. Question is to Binoy.
Sir, Bejoy, sir.
Bejoy. Oh my God.
No problem.
Proofreading error. The question is that any action crime thriller depends a lot on the balance between the fast-paced action and the emotion. What pains or troubles or principles have you kept in mind while packaging this show? And corollary to that is, are there any other senior actors besides Meeta Vashisht in the film, in the series?
Well, to answer your first question, I don't think any action sequence that you can design as part of the narrative, it'll never work if it is not backed by emotion. I'm a strong believer. Actually, as much as you can see that I'm so comfortable doing action and thriller, my favorite genre is drama. So drama is my first go-to. So I believe that if the story and the character work, then only it kind of connects to the audience. Everything else is just like a dressing, So the action part of it, the thrill part of it, all that is just to make sure the story gets more effective. And this is something I think my previous mentor, Mr. Vidhu Vinod Chopra, he taught me this. He told me that whenever you're writing an action scene also, make sure it's rooted heavily in emotion. Then the action, whatever you do, you can blast cars, you can kill people, but the moment it's rooted in emotion, it'll hit harder. So I'm a strong believer of that. And coming to your second part of your question, senior actors, yes, there are many more senior actors other than Meeta Vashisht. There are other senior actors too. I don't know if you briefly caught in the trailer, Mr. Shakti Kapoor is there in the show. And apart from him also, there are a couple of other senior actors who are part of the thing, which I'll wait for you to watch and discover.
Hi, I'm Namita Suchdev from Punjab Kesari. बैठ के लंबी हूँ ज़्यादा रुको मुझे लगा दिखूंगी नहीं तो इसलिए Hi everyone, how are you all? Well, trailer is really intriguing. My question goes to Hiten, but उससे पहले I want to ask Rohan. आपको नहीं बताया था कि सब लोग काला पहनेंगे तो आपने green पहना?
Actually, ma'am, I'm trying to give a bit of an ode to my character since he's a military man. And also the tags as well. So
wow.
A little bit of that, yeah.
Wow.
Nuances, yeah.
तो काले के साथ कुछ सफेद भी होना चाहिए, right?
बिल्कुल.
So my question goes to you, Hiten. With your transition to OTT, we are seeing you in different stories. So what made you say yes for this one?
Well, I'm always looking for good roles. And I'm not very particular about that I want to do this, I want to do this. I'm an actor first. So I will do best roles wherever possible, whatever medium. And I think it's high time where we take away this line or take away this thing that, he's a TV actor or he's a film actor. An actor is an actor. He's on all platforms. Like abroad, they do theater also, they do web series, they do films, they do everything, So an actor is an actor. I got a good role, I get good opportunity. I see the whole character. Plus, I see, you know, with whom I'm working, what is happening, what is he, you know, what does he want exactly me to do? Is there something different he wants me to do, which is what I got in this type, as Bejoy also mentioned, Bejoy sir said that, you know, he always wanted me to do something different, and I was happy that he offered me something different. So, you know, and for an actor, it's a good thing if you get to experiment with different roles all the time. People have seen me. We have this habit everywhere. Everybody, if they've seen me as a good-looking, very positive boy, बहुत अच्छा लड़का, तो वो सबने दिखाया है. लेकिन उस इमेज को तोड़ के उसे कुछ और दिखाना, क्योंकि जो जितना ज़्यादा अच्छा होता है, उतना ही अंदर से काला होता है. इसीलिए काला. Thank you.
मेरे शो में आप गुड बॉय नहीं है सर.
नहीं नहीं, यही मैंने बोला कि इन्होंने मुझे कुछ अलग दिया. अभी हम आई डिडंट वांट टू गो डीप इनटू दैट, नहीं तो पूरी सब कुछ बता देता मैं, बट इन्होंने मुझे कुछ अलग दिया और उन्होंने बोला आई वांट यू टू डू दिस. जैसे कि मैंने पहले भी मेंशन किया, हमारी मीटिंग हुई थी किसी और चीज़ के लिए, देन ही सेड ये आई वांट यू टू डू दिस. आई सेड थैंक यू सर, आई विल डू इट. हाँ.
Of course, the lines are blurring. You know, you don't. I think you're not, and that's also because of the storytelling is. You know, we expanded our appetite for different kind of stories. So then automatically, you know, when the audience is accepting different kind of stories, characters, actors are taking on challenging roles and different roles. That's definitely lines are blurring.
Hi, Bejoy sir. I'm Titash from News 18. My question to you is, so I'll say something before that. I think you have a very distinct style of filmmaking. So when we watch a show or a film, we know that this is made by Bejoy Nambiar because, you know, it's quirky. There are these heightened emotional chaos. But you know, while you have earned a name for yourself, you still continue to assist Mani Ratnam sir in a few films, the latest being Ponniyin Selvan. You as a that his style of filmmaking has anyway trickled into your style of work?
So I still assist him. Like I'm assisting him in the next one also. So he's one of the reasons I got into filmmaking. Like I grew up watching his films, and I'm just one of those lucky ones that actually got an opportunity to work with him, and I have grabbed that opportunity and I've never let go. So right from my filmmaking career, even before I started making films, I was working with him. After making films, I'm still working with him, only because I don't think we can ever stop learning. And when I have access to a mentor and a master filmmaker like him, I always keep looking for an opportunity to go back and learn. And that's the reason I keep going back. And being influenced by his filmmaking, of course, I'm definitely influenced by his filmmaking style and from his storytelling. And I try my best to not get too influenced and start actually incorporating his kind of scenes into it. But at the same time, that's my school. I've learned from there. So if it somehow subconsciously finds its way, great, no problem. It's my homage to him then.
Hi, Ritunjay here from Pop Diaries. First of all, the trailer looks amazing, and congratulations to each and everyone. My question is to Elisha. So the OTT world, it gives us a chance to collaborate with studied starcast, and even in Kaala we have like multiple faces. So how was your experience working with such a studied starcast? And not just co-stars, but काफ़ी सारे नाम भी जुड़ते हैं. एक हॉटस्टार जैसा प्लेटफॉर्म हो, प्रोडक्शन हाउस हो, डायरेक्टर इतने अच्छे हो, तो कैसा एक्सपीरियंस था आपका?
First of all, I have to say that I actually bagged Aloka after 3 rounds of auditions and 1 look test, because Bejoy sir, being himself, he was so specific about he was so clear about who Aloka was, what she looked like. He asked me 15 times, can you play football? Are you sure? And I hope I did justice. Yeah. So when I actually was approached for the role, I only knew that Avinash Tiwari is in the show, and I've been a big fan of Avinash Tiwari ever since I saw Laila Majnu. And of course, Bejoy sir was directing it. T-Series, I did not know was producing it. I had no idea what channel it was. But just these two names were enough to give me an idea of the magnitude of the show. It was so exciting, an opportunity. And in fact, when I came on set the first day, and I saw like, apart from me, everybody else on the set is a veteran. So the nervousness kept getting, okay, oh my God, okay, oh my God, okay, is she playing my mother? Okay, okay, okay. Then I was just, okay, let me just go back to my core and stick to my character. So that's what I did. But yes, every day on the set, I would discover some actor that I've seen in my life that I really respect. I've seen their work. So yeah, I also can't name all the actors that are a part of this show, but it's been a big blessing. And I feel very grateful to my producers and to Bejoy sir for giving me this opportunity.
Hi, everyone. Is this working? Yeah, it's okay. Hi, Alice Peter from Miss Malini. First of all, such an amazing trailer. Really eagerly awaiting this one. My question is to Jitin. We saw very little of you in the trailer, but you just mentioned that instead of just giving a bone to chew, this time Bejoy gave you an entire steak. So I think that's a big hint, right? That there's something really big waiting to
You got the
unfold.
hint?
Yeah, I picked on that one.
Yeah, I'm genuinely very fortunate with this part. You know, sometimes you are in the business for many, many years, and then the universe grants you something, saying that, and then there are people who attach with you who become a means to that end. This is what's happened. I really wish I could have spoken about the character, but if I say anything, it will just give away too much. So all I can request you right now is that do watch the show on 15 September. What you see is literally just the tip of the iceberg.
I'm dying to say so much, but I'm also holding back.
All I can say is that अगर आप दूर से देख रहे हैं तो अभी शायद काला या सफ़ेद लग रहा होगा. आप पास आके देखिए, करीब आके देखिए. We have different shades of grey. And one of us could be the darkest grey, one of us could be the lighter. But it's very, very interesting, compelling, very thought through screenplay. And I'm just very proud to be a part of it, honestly. Thank you
He's
so much.
definitely got a garden for sure.
इतना बोल सकते हैं. Actually, एक और चीज़ बोल सकते हैं. The most auditioned part, like we tested the maximum number of people, I think the maximum number of people for Jitin's part. And it was the most challenging part to kind of cast. But when I saw his test, when I saw the audition, we were sure that this is our guy.
Thank you, sir. I cannot thank you enough. I cannot thank you and the people who are responsible for me sitting here. It's just taken a long while, but I'm just very, very grateful. I'm indebted to you for this. Thank you.
हेलो या हाय एवरीवन, मैं उपमा हूँ नवभारत टाइम्स से. एंड रोहन, मेरा सवाल आपसे है. या हाय, सो आपकी जो पहली फिल्म थी वो थी बाज़ार, और ये जो सीरीज़ है आपकी वो है काला बाज़ारी पे, है ना? तो एक अजीब सा इत्तेफाक है. ट्रेलर में हालांकि बहुत ज़्यादा हमें देखने नहीं मिला आपके बारे में. तो जैसे आपने कहा कि बिजॉय एक वजह थे ये शो करने के लिए, और क्या वजह रही इसे हाँ कहने की? और दूसरा ये था कि जैसा अभी बिजॉय नाम्बियार ने कहा कि अच्छे एक्टर्स के लिए इस टाइम बहुत मौके हैं. आपने अपना जो एक्टिंग पोटेंशियल है वो पहली फिल्म में दिखा दिया था, बट स्क्रीन पे हम कम देख पा रहे हैं आपको. इसकी क्या वजह है?
जी, जैसे अभी जितिन ने कहा था that the part for him was a dream part, and for me I can say the same. जो writing थी इसकी, जो character के shades थे, I can't say much unfortunately, ma'am, because you'll have to see the show. और ये financial scam को लेके I don't know actually. बाजार भी वैसे था. एक मेरी फिल्म आई थी बीच में, even that was about a financial scam. I don't know, मेरे चेहरे पे कुछ ऐसे है क्या that people think that money and they look at me. I don't know. बिल्कुल बिल्कुल. No, but see, the thing is, ma'am, OTT has opened the door up for many actors with many different roles. But the truth is that the industry is very, very competitive, and in a good way. Like, look at the stage right now. Every single person over here is a great actor, and I admire all of them. But yeah, कोशिश कर रहा हूँ, and मुझे उम्मीद है that you'll be seeing me a lot more right now, and I myself want to be more. And I want to again thank Bejoy sir for giving me this opportunity, because trust me, that garden metaphor everyone's using, I feel the same.
So I'll tell you why he decided to do this. I think he out of guilt, because I had offered him Tesh, And he was gonna do Tesh. It was all Tesh is my last film that I did. And पूरा confirm होने के बाद last minute it didn't work out. So I was very upset with him. मैं like कि तू मैं तेरे साथ कभी काम नहीं करूँगा. But when I was writing this again, weirdly he's the guy I had in mind. And मैंने सोचा चलो मैं अपना गुस्सा साइड में रख के पूछ लेता हूँ फिर भी. And this time I think उसको भी बुरा लगा तो he came to meet me. And when I chatted to him about the role, he was fully on board for it. In fact, I don't know if I'm supposed to say this, but it's something that we both know. I don't know whether the rest of the cast will know. There was a time when the script all shaped up and we were beginning the casting, and he was already locked for the role that he was supposed to do. And there was a date issue with Avinash. And we were suddenly looking at, oh shit, ye date mein nahi hone wala hai. Avinash ka is not going to work out. So there was a thing, and Avinash was really trying hard to make it happen. He's suddenly a very most sought after actor, and he was committed to too many projects. So there was a chance that he might not be able to do. So then I was in a fix, and I was thinking what to do because everything else was locked. So I called Rohan back, and I said, Rohan, this is what is happening. Do you want to take a look at this? You want to take a look at maybe reading for Avinash's part? You want to just... And I narrated, he knew about the part, but I was trying like a hard sell. मैंने उसको बोला तुम अभी ये देख, maybe you might want connect to this character, just read it out. And I could see his face drop. I could see Rohan just looking depressed, and I saw his face drop, and I said, नहीं यार let me try hard. And again, I gave him like a full backstory. I convinced him, and he was like, okay, fine. Yeah, okay, fine. If that's what you want me to find. And by the next day, again, things worked out, dates worked out. Then I picked up the phone and I told Rohan, okay, it's okay. I think let's stick to the original. And he was so relieved. And he said, nahi yaar, I want to do this part. And I'm so happy that it worked out because, and what I like is that he connected so deeply with that part. And given a choice also, he still said that, no, I want to do this. And his conviction was more than mine. And I'm so happy because that conviction worked out, and I thank you for that.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
Hello. My question is to Jitin, sir. We couldn't see you much in the trailer. Okay. So can you please tell us something about your character in Kaala? What did you learn from it? And as an actor, what you felt after playing it?
What I learned from it, I say anything and it's going to give away. I can tell you one basic thing about the character that I know, that I understood. I think each one of us has a very strong need of being seen and being acknowledged for who they are, for what we stand for what we bring to the table, for our whole being, right? I've been around, for like close to 15 years now, and I always felt I don't know if I'll get my shot or not. I always felt that will people see me for who I am or what I'm capable of? And that's one thing that I drew a parallel with the character. The character could be wrong, but sometimes when you've struggled a lot, when you've been through a lot, your sense of right and wrong, good or bad, changes. What could be worse, what could be bad for the world, could be completely all right for you. Till the time you're being justified to your own being. I learned a lot. I learned a lot of power from this role, and to stand my ground always. And rest, I think, once you see it, you know what I mean. Thank you.
I just want to say again, I don't know why I always jump into theirs, but for Rohan and Jitin, by the best is being saved, bro. Aap 15 ko dekho. Look at the excitement on my face, dude. So yeah.
Hi Bejoy ji, this is Harshada Vedpatak here from Screen Graphia. आपसे पूछना था, मतलब मोस्ट ऑफ द फिल्म मैंने आपकी देखी है, पर सब में एक डार्क शेड होता है हर एक फिल्म में आपके, तो कभी ऐसे लगा नहीं
ये डार्क प्रो मैक्स है.
हाँ वही उसी सिलसिले में जानना चाहूँगी कि मतलब बंदूक गोलियाँ गाड़ी उड़ाना छोड़ के कभी ऐसे लगा नहीं कि पेड़ों के इर्द गिर्द कोई घूमता हो, स्विट्जरलैंड हो, रेड साड़ी हो, मतलब आई एम सीरियसली आस्किंग व्हाट इज दैट योर फिक्सेशन विद दिस काइंड ऑफ डार्क सब्जेक्ट? कभी ऐसे हल्की फुल्की स्टोरी कॉमेडी ऐसे करने का मन नहीं होता?
मैडम आपने कारवां देखी है?
हाँ
हाँ, वो मैंने लिखी है. तो वो मेरी एक अटेम्प्ट थी एक हल्की फुल्की स्टोरी करने के लिए. सो ऐसा नहीं कि मैं नहीं लिख सकता, नहीं कर सकता. इनफैक्ट आई वाज सपोज टू डायरेक्ट कारो आल्सो, बट देन वजीर हैपेंड, आई कुडंट, एंड आकाश डिड सच अ फैबुलस जॉब विद इट. But as a director, as a filmmaker, definitely I'm drawn to certain kind of stories. It's not necessary that I would want to restrict myself to only do that. And I'm also trying to explore other areas and other arenas of doing that. I had done a dysfunctional marriage story जिसमें कोई नहीं मरा, तो मैंने बस किया है. I had done one film for Z called दोबारा, 1 घंटे की फिल्म थी वो. तो ऐसे छोटी मोटी अटेम्प्ट मैं कर लेता हूँ. तो आपने अभी बोला है तो आपकी सलाह लेकर मैं आगे डेफिनेटली किसी को बिना मारे पेड़ों के इर्द गिर्द मैं एक कहानी ज़रूर लिखूंगा.
आई एम श्योर, बिकॉज आपकी ये फिल्म कहानी मतलब अभी मैंने ट्रेलर देखा एकदम हुक करने वाला था. आई एम श्योर आपकी वो कहानी भी हुक करे.
इनफैक्ट आई वुड लाइक टू जस्ट प्लग माय वाइफ इज़ अ फिल्म मेकर टू. माय वाइफ डिड अ शॉर्ट फिल्म जिसके लिए पहली बार मुझे राइटिंग के लिए अवार्ड मेरे वाइफ के फिल्म के लिए मिला, जो कहानी थी 2 बहनों की. तो मैं so it's I'm happy that I'm getting an opportunity to do that for others, like, you know, but खुद की डायरेक्शन में मैं मोस्टली मैं लोगों को मारता ही रहता हूँ. तो hopefully I'll do something better than that.
Yes, आपकी टीम में से कोई भी मेरे सवाल का जवाब दे सकता है, 1 by 1. ब्लैक मनी जो होती है, काला धन, वो सोसाइटी के लिए उसका क्या क्या उपयोग है आप लोगों के हिसाब से? हाउ इम्पोर्टेंट इज दैट ब्लैक मनी? हाँ, व्हाट इज द रोल ऑफ इम्पोर्टेंट?
I don't think we will be advocating the use of black money. I don't think when you say the importance of black money, you cannot deny its existence, but at the same time, I don't think it's the right system for a society to follow. I mean, it's not something that, in fact, the show is kind of decoding that and kind of breaking that down and trying to tell you that we should not be doing that this should be stopped. And so it is kind of almost like against black money. And definitely we will not be advocating the use of it, and I don't think it's important for sure. It's almost like a parallel economy that our financial institutions and our government has been trying to shut down. And I hope this becomes a discussion also once the show comes out, and it kind of moves in the right direction to stop the usage of black money for sure.
Well, of course, इतना इंटरेस्टिंग ट्रेलर देखने के बाद यहाँ पे क्वेश्चंस तो ख़त्म नहीं होने वाले, बिकॉज देयर माइट बी अ लॉट ऑफ पीपल जिनके पास और भी सवाल होंगे. बट फॉर दैट, एज यू मेंशन, दे हैव टू वॉच काला ऑन 15 September. But right now, I really want all of you, when we have all of you together, to please proceed for one last group picture. And of course, if you look forward to have single pictures of all our artists, you can definitely proceed for this.